Before any word is spoken today, there is a silent decision that can completely change the way you face the next hours. Psalm 23 is not just an ancient text, it is a living declaration of trust for those who choose to begin the morning with faith. Today, each verse will be transformed into inner strength, preparing your mind and spirit to walk with confidence, even in the face of uncertainty. "The Lord is my shepherd" is not merely a beautiful phrase, it is a statement of spiritual positioning. When you declare this as soon as you wake up, you acknowledge that you are not alone, that there is direction for your steps and care over your life. This awareness shifts your posture before challenges and builds a solid foundation of confidence for everything you will do today. When you say, "I shall not want," you are not denying difficulties, but choosing to trust in divine provision above circumstances. This declaration strengthens your mind against anxiety and prevents fear from controlling your decisions. Beginning the day by affirming this truth aligns your heart with the certainty that there will be resources, opportunities, and solutions at the right time. Many times the day begins rushed, filled with commitments and pressure. Yet when you declare Psalm 23, you slow down internally, even if everything around you is moving fast. This inner peace is strategic because it allows you to respond with wisdom instead of reacting impulsively, maintaining emotional balance in every unexpected situation. "He makes me lie down in green pastures" reveals rest before effort. This part of the psalm teaches that trust comes before productivity. When you start the morning with faith, your work stops being a burden and becomes a mission carried out with calmness. Inner rest becomes fuel for clearer decisions and firmer actions. "He leads me beside still waters," points to safe direction. How many decisions will you have to make today? Small or large, all of them can be influenced by your initial spiritual posture. Declaring this promise is asking for practical guidance, recognizing that there is a right path and that you can walk it with confidence. "He restores my soul" speaks directly to your emotions. Perhaps you woke up tired, overwhelmed, or worried. By turning this verse into a declaration, you allow your soul to be renewed before the day truly begins. This creates a stable emotional base to face difficult conversations, responsibilities, and external pressures. When the psalm says he guides you in paths of righteousness, it affirms that there is purpose in every step. Nothing is random for those who choose to trust. Starting the day with this awareness changes your perspective, because you begin to see challenges as part of a greater path led with intention and direction. Even before facing any difficulty, you can declare courage. Psalm 23 prepares your mind for the unexpected. It builds anticipatory confidence, an inner strength that prevents fear from dominating your thoughts. This spiritual preparation creates stability, allowing you to walk firmly regardless of circumstances. This first part is a clear invitation. Do not begin your day on autopilot. Begin by declaring faith. Every word of Psalm 23 can become an invisible foundation supporting your decisions, your emotions, and your actions. When the morning begins with confidence, the rest of the day becomes an extension of that certainty. "Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil." This declaration does not deny the existence of challenges, but affirms courage in the face of them. Beginning the day by recognizing that difficulties may arise, yet fear will not govern your actions, strengthens your inner posture. The confidence declared in the morning becomes a shield throughout the hours ahead. The valley represents moments of pressure, difficult decisions, and unexpected situations. When you declare that you will not fear, you are training your mind to respond with steadiness. This attitude completely changes your energy when problems appear. Instead of panic, there is balance. Instead of despair, there is confidence sustained by the faith you activated at dawn. "For you are with me" is the center of spiritual security. It is not about distant protection, but constant presence. When you declare this truth in the morning, you transform loneliness into companionship and insecurity into support. This awareness reshapes your perception throughout the day because you act knowing you do not walk alone. Presence generates courage. When someone knows they are not alone, they face challenges with greater stability. Declaring this part of the psalm creates a real sense of spiritual support. It reduces anxiety, strengthens decisions, and keeps your mind firm when external pressures arise. It is a confidence that does not depend on the environment, but on inner certainty. "Your rod and your staff, they comfort me" speaks of direction and protection at the same time. The rod corrects, the staff guides. By declaring this, you acknowledge that there is guidance even when something needs adjustment. This posture prevents exaggerated frustration over mistakes and transforms correction into growth and maturity. Starting the day with this awareness changes how you react to setbacks. When something does not go as planned, you remember that there is direction above circumstances. This keeps your mind balanced and prevents impulsive decisions. The faith declared in the morning acts as an emotional filter throughout the day. "You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies" is is a statement of honor in the midst of opposition. Declaring this upon waking positions your mind for victory, even if resistance exists. It is not the absence of challenges, but prosperity despite them. This perspective strengthens your confidence when facing criticism or conflict. This declaration also teaches that opportunities can arise precisely in difficult environments. When you begin the day with this vision, you start seeing possibilities where you once saw only obstacles. Your mindset shifts, and that shift influences your actions, your words, and your choices throughout the day. When you declare that your head is anointed and your cup overflows, you affirm spiritual abundance and favor. This awareness creates positive expectation. Instead of anticipating problems, you begin to expect blessings. This mental shift alters your behavior and expands your perception of the opportunities around you. The second part of Psalm 23 reinforces courage, presence, and honor. Declaring these truths in the morning builds a firm emotional foundation to face any situation. Confidence is not born in the middle of crisis. It is cultivated beforehand, and when the day unfolds, you are already spiritually strengthened to remain secure. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. This declaration completely changes the expectation with which you begin the morning. Instead of anticipating difficulties, you begin to expect care. This shift in perspective influences your language, your posture, and even your decisions throughout the day, creating a mindset aligned with steady confidence. When you affirm that goodness will follow you, you are declaring that you are not walking towards chance but under a covering of favor. This strengthens your hope and reduces the weight of insecurity. Faith stops being only belief and becomes a practical attitude, shaping the way you handle commitments and responsibilities. Daily mercy represents new opportunity. Declaring this in the morning means recognizing that past mistakes do not define your present. This awareness brings lightness and emotional restoration. By starting the day with this certainty, you release the burden of guilt and move forward with a renewed mind and strengthened heart. Psalm 23 also points to permanence, "And I will dwell in the house of the Lord." This phrase expresses spiritual stability. Declaring it upon waking reinforces identity and belonging. You are not living merely to complete tasks, but to walk in purpose. This perception gives meaning even to the simplest activities of the day. Permanence produces consistency. When you choose to declare faith every day, you build spiritual discipline. This practice transforms your routine. A few intentional minutes in the morning create lasting impact throughout the hours ahead, forming a solid base that supports your mind under external pressures. Declared confidence is not a passing emotion, it is a conscious decision. Each verse affirmed strengthens your inner structure. When challenges arise, you will remember the words proclaimed at dawn. This creates alignment between faith and action, bringing your thoughts, emotions, and behavior into harmony. Declaring Psalm 23 also influences your communication. Those who begin the day with confidence speak with greater calmness, react with more balance, and convey security. Your posture changes, and that change affects the people around you, reflecting the peace built in the first moments of the morning. Daily repetition strengthens conviction. By consistently declaring these promises, you internalize each truth. What was once simply text becomes part of your identity. This produces emotional firmness and mental stability, even when the external environment becomes unstable. Beginning the day with this declaration creates protection against negative thoughts. Your mind becomes more resistant to fear, doubt, and insecurity. You learn to replace uncertainty with affirmations of faith, maintaining focus on the direction and provision promised in every verse. At this stage, Psalm 23 ceases to be mere reading and becomes positioning. You are not just hearing words, you are adopting a posture of confidence. This daily decision builds a life that is steadier, more balanced, and guided with assurance. The faith declared in the morning echoes throughout the rest of the day. Now turn each verse into a personal and direct declaration for this day. Say with conviction, "The Lord is my shepherd today." This affirmation positions your mind before any challenge appears. You begin the morning declaring dependence and trust, establishing a solid foundation that will support your actions in the hours ahead. Declare that you shall not lack anything today, not as denial of problems, but as active trust in provision. This posture prevents anxiety from controlling your decisions. By affirming this truth, you choose to act with calm assurance, believing that there will be resources, ideas, and solutions exactly when they are needed. Affirm that you will be guided along the right paths. Even before making important decisions, declare clear direction. This creates focus and reduces mental confusion. Your mind begins to seek wisdom instead of reacting impulsively. The declaration strengthens clarity and steadiness as you choose your next step. Say that even if you face challenges, you will not fear. This affirmation prepares your emotional structure. Fear loses strength when confronted with anticipated confidence. By declaring courage in the morning, you build inner resilience to handle unexpected situations throughout the day. Declare that divine presence will be with you in every place you enter. At work, at home, or in any commitment, this awareness generates security. You move forward knowing you are not alone, and that certainty changes your energy, your posture, and the way you face external pressure. Affirm that you will be protected and directed. This declaration creates inner calm. Even when something needs correction, you will understand it as part of growth. The faith proclaimed at dawn brings emotional maturity to accept adjustments without losing stability. Declare that opportunities will arise even in challenging circumstances. This mindset transforms obstacles into possibilities. When you begin the day expecting growth, your perception expands, and you recognize doors that might otherwise have gone unnoticed. Affirm that your mind will remain at peace and your heart strengthened. This declaration guards your emotional health. When tension appears, you will remember the words spoken in the morning and maintain balance, avoiding impulsive reactions. Declare that goodness and mercy will accompany your steps today. This positive expectation changes your language and your attitude. You begin to act with confidence, anticipating favorable outcomes and sustaining active faith in every situation. This daily practice is not empty repetition, it is the construction of confidence. By declaring Psalm 23 as a personal affirmation, you begin the day strengthened, prepared, and aligned. Faith moves from theory to lived foundation for your decisions and actions. By reaching this point, you can already see that Psalm 23 is not only a reading for difficult moments, but a daily strategy for spiritual strengthening. When this declaration becomes part of your morning routine, your mindset begins to change. You start the day with emotional stability, prepared to act with confidence regardless of the circumstances around you. Consistency is what transforms words into conviction. Declaring these promises once is important, but repeating them daily allows deep roots to grow. Over time, your mind begins to respond with faith automatically when pressure arises because it has been trained every morning to trust before reacting. Difficult days will still exist, but your posture will be different. Instead of being dominated by circumstances, you will walk with stability. The confidence declared at dawn becomes an invisible foundation, supporting your decisions and protecting your inner peace throughout the day. When you begin the day with faith, your words begin to change. Your communication becomes more balanced, your choices more conscious, and your reactions more mature. Psalm 23 stops being only inspiration and becomes practical direction applied in every conversation and attitude. This practice also influences the way you see the future. Those who declare confidence daily develop a steady sense of hope. You learn to see beyond immediate problems, keeping your focus on the constant care and the secure direction promised in each verse. Confidence does not remove challenges, but it reshapes your response to them. By internalizing Psalm 23 as a personal declaration, you build emotional resilience. This resilience allows you to remain steady when pressure appears, maintaining calm even in unstable environments. Beginning the day in this way creates spiritual discipline. Just a few minutes of intentional declaration can transform many hours of intense activity. What you choose to affirm in the morning echoes in your decisions until the end of the day, continually strengthening your mind. Declared faith becomes identity. You move beyond simply believing and begin living aligned with that confidence. Every step taken throughout the day carries the certainty that direction, provision, and protection are accompanying your journey. Let this practice not end here. Allow each morning to become a new opportunity to reaffirm trust before any worry appears. In this way, your routine becomes a continuous cycle of strengthening and inner stability. Today you chose to begin with faith. Continue choosing this posture every day and notice how your way of facing challenges will become firmer, more balanced, and more secure. Psalm 23 can become the starting point for a life guided by constant confidence. If this declaration strengthened you, subscribe to the channel to receive prayers and messages that help you begin each day with confidence. Write in the comments the phrase, "The Lord is my shepherd" today to affirm your decision publicly. Share this video with someone who needs to start the day with faith, and come back tomorrow to declare these promises once again.